Well, the government's announced help for disabled veterans heading into retirement. Let's discuss that and the state of Veterans Affairs with the Minister on the File. Erin O'Toole joins us from our Ottawa Bureau. Minister O'Toole, tell us how this new benefit would actually work.
Well, this benefit, the Retirement Income Security Benefit, addresses a gap in the new Veterans Charter that was identified by the Ombudsman, identified last year by the Standing Committee on Veterans Affairs, where a moderately or severely injured veteran who is on earnings loss benefit, so they're on an income replacement alongside some other permanent impairment benefits. When they hit 65, the employment benefit drops off, and the Ombudsman said that there will be a large financial hit for the veteran and those families. So this new benefit, and this is a new benefit, will close that gap, give the veteran and their family some financial certainty in their retirement years. And what I announced today, Dawn, is I want to combine this new benefit, the Retirement Income Security Benefit, alongside the other lifetime benefits for seriously injured soldiers, and combine them into a single pension for our more seriously injured veterans so that it's streamlined, less hassle, less uncertainty. So that's where we want to go with this.
So how many veterans are going to be eligible for this, and how much will they get?
Well, this is a program that will, by 2020, there will be several hundred veterans receiving benefits under this new benefit once passed by Parliament, and we have to bring legislation forward for it. Since the new Veterans Charter is still about 8 years old, this will increase dramatically over the decades. So we will see more than 5,000 people over the coming decades receive some type of benefit under this program. But as I said, I hope to see it streamlined into a single pension for the most seriously injured soldiers. And it will provide certainty. So it'll give 70% of their pre-65 benefits for the rest of their life. So it'll allow folks to plan for their senior years.
Now, you're a veteran yourself, Erin O'Toole, and you've only been here for 66 days, so I guess we have to dampen expectations a bit. But it seems so logical that you can't just cut off veterans with debilitating disabilities at 65. Why did it take you so long for the government to fix this problem?
Well, I think sometimes, public policy, Don, when you're planning, you look at the immediate needs. And so the new Veterans Charter, brought in by the Liberals, implemented by us, focused at rehabilitation, and that's working well. So the vocational rehabilitation for our veterans, there can be up to $76,000 spent per veteran trying to help medically released veterans transition into a new role. I think the original plans of the last Parliament didn't forecast that in some of these seriously injured cases, they will have a really hard time transitioning into a second career, or may never transition to a second career. So actually the Prime Minister in 2011 added a benefit called the Permanent Impairment Allowance Supplement to bump up payments to these most seriously injured. We're now fixing a second gap that's really this gap when they hit 65 and their earnings loss benefit ends. This will help bring them up to a predictable level of income so that their family can have certainty. So there will be some people that are eligible for this benefit once it passes in their 30s now that won't be receiving it until they turn 65, but they know it's coming. It provides that peace of mind that veterans and their families deserve.
Bottom line here, is this another move in the right direction? Are there more in the immediate future?
Yes, Don. What I did when I took this mandate, the Prime Minister and I had a very detailed discussion about some of the input in the last 18 months or 2 years from the Ombudsman, from the Standing Committee, from a lot of the stakeholders we work on, and tried to set a number of priorities to move forward on. This was an important one for me because it was very well laid out by the Ombudsman. He identified 406 veterans he thought were at risk as they aged. This benefit we're bringing in is actually far more comprehensive. It'll actually provide certainty to more people. But there are some other things that we need to move on to make sure that the new Veterans Charter works. We close off the gaps, and the focus will still be on rehabilitation, but this gives peace of mind.
Okay, Erin O'Toole, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Don.